Come on. Hi everyone, it's Wert. I did say that I was probably going to take a little break from Rain World towards the end of last stream, but the length of the break was significantly longer than intended and expected. There was a little bit of personal stuff that I had to take care of. But the significant time sink that took up most of that was I got sick. I got really sick. Yeah. Yeah, I was out. I had 3 days of fever and chills. And then just 5 more days of... Ugh. So, yeah, that took me... I'm still recovering. Oh, never drink the scavenger special. Worst mistake of my life. Yeah. Yeah, well first, I've been sick, all year, it feels like. I got the con rot from MagFest this year. So that was double flu. That was getting a head flu and a stomach flu at the same time. So that was awesome. Never had anything like that. Really cool. And then, a couple months later, basically, had this happen. So, really building the immune system now. Trying to collect... I'm trying to collect memory cells. Activate as many as I can possibly can, so that when the true plagues, when the pestilence arrives, I will be the last man standing. Alright, so I have something prepared for the beginning of the stream here. I'm just gonna kind of chat about a couple things first before I get into it. But yeah, I did mention that I wanted to do like a sort of post-mortem. It's really more of like a chapter 1 recap, or like a what I've learned so far, I guess. I edited together all of the sections that I had like a dialogue that I went through with someone. So we're going to react. We're going to do the YouTuber thing where I get meta and react to my reaction. We're going to do that. So I got me and what my thoughts were at the time, but I'm going to have all of it. It's like 15 minutes long. It's all going to be strung together back to back. And then we're going to have all of that super fresh in our brains. And I'm going to see if there's anything that I can piece together with what I've learned so far. I did a little bit of light Googling, tried to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but I kind of wanted to have a plan for the lore collection process and what potentially gates me out of what. Meaning to say, the collections catalog is filled up by, I think specifically for the part of the game that I'm at, bringing colored pearls to looks to the moon. Had a little bit of trouble remembering the name there for a second. I think that's right. I have approximate knowledge of all things guy from Adventure Time before I was calling. I don't even remember what it was. I'm gonna call him 13 shekels of grass. I called him like 12 grains of sand, 6 grains of gravel. It's something like that. But yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm having extreme ADHD here. What was I trying to say? Right. I think I'm supposed to bring the colored pearls to looks to the moon after I get cubed, because the echo. Dog, if you're referring to a Rain World concept, then I don't know what an echo is. If you're saying there's an echo in the stream, then I don't know why that would be happening. Just ran into your stream. I'll have to check out your previous streams. Lore collection is serious stuff. Yeah. So now that I understand what I think you're supposed to do to fill out the collection. Oh yeah, you wouldn't know what they're called, my bad. Right, okay. I like I said, I did the most spoiler-free type of looking up what was going on as I could muster. So I don't know what stuff is called. I just have kind of a vague idea of what I'm supposed to do going forward. It sounds like I don't necessarily have to go back to the Survivor to get that done. I think while it might be more difficult, I can try to do some of it on the way as the hunter, and maybe there might be an even easier opportunity after that. Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to do a little recap of what I've learned so far. We're going to start a new campaign as the hunter, and we're going to just be mindful of the process to collect things. So from what I understand, there is a point in the campaigns where stuff starts to become different, and those sections have different bits from the collection to acquire from the pearls. I don't know too many details about that or what that means, but that's the hint that I was given. So I think I can go a little bit further with playing with some of the new campaigns before I am forced to go back for the kind of narrative section that I'm at to go collect the different pieces. I'm not really sure what I mean either, but it sounds like different collections are locked to different campaigns, but there are some that you can get across a few of the different ones. So if I have the intention of trying to get as much of those as possible, I'm thinking that I can go a little bit further before I'm forced to go back and play a campaign that I have done before. Okay, so if I sound confused, it's because I have very minimal information to work off of, and I'm trying to, explore and see as much new stuff as possible while still making sure that I can try to get access to the information that presents the lore organically. Okay, before I get into the little thing that I added together, I just want to have a little micro rant. I think I've earned this much. I got to the end of a Rain Worlds campaign. Based on the Steam statistics, it seems like most people give up before even getting that far. And I'm one of the few people. I'm like the best of the worst, right? There's apparently not a lot of people that get a negative score. So, I've got room to grow. Let's think of it that way. But yeah, I think I've earned my little micro rant here. Don't worry, it's not about Rain World. I like this game. It's about Adobe Premiere, which I have been using to edit the past few things that I've done, which is not a whole lot, like 3 YouTube videos and this tiny little thing that I stitched together. And every single time that I use Premiere, I'm screaming at my computer. Now, I use a lot of software. Like, I'm a video game modder. I use the jankest, most ancient, decrepit, engineer-designed pieces of crap software to get the work done. And, like, some of that might be frustrating, but none of it makes me scream at my computer. No, nothing makes me curse the hearts and souls of the poor developers that were forced to make the software. Nothing makes me wish sickness upon its creators like Adobe Premiere does. It's especially on Windows. It's like every single thing that you do is being actively worked against by some behavior of the software or its ignorance to the operating system that it's running on. Let me give a micro example. The Alt key on Windows, if you press it by itself, it has this kind of accessibility feature that will take you to like the file, edit, etc. menu at the top of the screen. Most complex pieces of software that are very hotkey driven will override this operating system functionality, because if you have a bunch of operations that are mapped to the Alt key as like a necessary means of interacting with the app, then you're going to have a bunch of cases where Windows is trying to shove the cursor up into the application menu. Well, Adobe products, or maybe even just Premiere, do not seem to care. So Premiere, which has like everything centered around the Alt key, like a bunch of view operations for the mouse in the what's it called, the playlist or what have you, is mapped to the Alt key, and a bunch of other crap is mapped to the Alt key, and all the time you're just trying to do something, and all of a sudden you get the Windows "you're not allowed to do that" ping, because the thing that you're trying to do isn't being done inside of Adobe Premiere anymore. It's being done to the file menu or whatever. You have stuff like, it's just slow and clunky. Every single time you try to do something, you don't know if it worked, or if like your mouse click wasn't processed by Windows, which is just also a terrible operating system. And then you have to wait for it to go to space or something for it to figure out what it's trying to do. And here's the worst part. I made the mistake of trying to edit using files over the network that I have stored on my NAS. And normally that should be fine. I know that there's like some caching features and some network optimization stuff that you can enable for Adobe products. I haven't really dug too deep into that, and I also don't have a hard wire connection. I don't have like Cat5 or Cat6 or whatever wired to my computer, to the NAS at the moment, because it's just like kind of a complicated physical setup that I got going on here in the Albatross. So instead it has to go over a 300 megabit connection mesh network. So here's the deal. XSplit is perfectly capable of streaming content that I have used as like a video file that's on that NAS. Let me give you an example. This BRB screen is a video that's being streamed over my mesh network into my computer, and then it's being transcoded by XSplit and then sent off to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. And it's not having an issue with that, right? VLC. I regularly watch content directly off of my network and scrub to edit files through VLC Media Player. Through VLC Media Player, that never even a single dropped frame, never even a single like skipped audio sample, right? Perfection. But if you try to do the same thing in Adobe Premiere, it struggles at literally everything. And it was bizarre because it would let me scrub, and sometimes it would let me play back, and then sometimes it would suddenly decide that it needed to mute the audio because it couldn't get that to work. And the only way to get it to try again was completely restart the application. And if any of you have used a piece of Adobe software, it doesn't matter if you're running on the world's most optimized supercomputer with the storage as close to the processor on the motherboard as physiologically possible, it's still going to take a decade for the application to start. So using Adobe Premiere is something that I think I want to stop doing. And now that has left me. Oh yeah, no, it's really annoying. It's really all software. Don't get me wrong. Every piece of software that has ever been made is a UX nightmare at the end of the day. But some of them are worse than others, and some of them impact different people's idiosyncrasies disproportionately more than others. So I think that's part of what's happening here with Premiere and me. But yeah, I use a lot of software. Like I've had to edit things in Blender. I've had to use Photoshop, Paint.net. I've been forced to use GIMP. I've the Halo editing kit for all of the different Halo games, that's just an ancient piece of slow, weirdly compressed Windows software, and has strange UX decisions like completely hiding the existence of entire sections behind like an advanced setting, and then different things will tell you that the advanced setting is there. None of that. Well, oh yeah, I've used Blender a lot, and I don't know what 90% of the things do. There's a video editor in there. Like you can use Blender to edit videos apparently, and I was considering trying that, but I have a feeling that that's going to have its own frustrations, because I also have my frustrations with Blender. I'm thinking about using... Yeah, you can. They also used to have like a whole game engine, but I think they canceled that. There's a bunch of crazy things you can do in Blender. Yeah. I've been working with a game developer friend a lot on building extensions for it, and we're actually using it for it's a long story. I'll probably have a more realistic announcement at some point, but we're using it to build our own animation files. Like we have our own custom animation format that's easings based that we need to use because we have like a character animation engine that we're building for a unique scenario that there isn't exactly a whole lot of or I don't think there's any actually canned solutions for. So we're trying to build like an engine on top of an engine, and one of those things requires us to build a bunch of Blender plugins. So yeah, we've been using, since the game engine that we're using doesn't have a scene editor, we've actually been essentially using Blender as a scene editor for, like, we'll design characters in Blender, we position objects around in Blender, and we just wrote plugins to have our own custom format to export things from it. So yeah, Blender's just, especially because it's open source and extendable, it's one of the most powerful pieces of software. Excuse me. It's one of the most powerful pieces of software that exists right now. It can do a crazy amount of things. Yeah, they even had a game engine at some point. Crazy. Okay, so that's my rant. I'm gonna try to learn a couple different video editing tools. I'm interested in DaVinci Resolve, but I don't like how it does effects through a node editing tree. Oh, I'm sick of node editing. If you're gonna make me do that, you might as well just like put a box there and tell me to just say script it yourself, a-hole, you know? And the other one, I might just go full lazy with it and use what's the ByteDance one, the TikTok trash one, CapCut, I think. I might give that a try. Because, right, so here's what I was doing, you know? I just had 3 long-ass videos that I had the archives of the streams that I needed to clip the segments from. And I just wanted to crossfade a couple different segments from each other, you know? Crossfades are good to demonstrate that there was a passage of time, and that the thing that happened in between wasn't meaningful for the stuff that you're doing right now, right? I just wanted a couple crossfades and a couple clips strung together. That's something that in 2008 in Sony Vegas would have taken me 5 minutes. In Windows Movie Maker, like 5 minutes. In iMovie, probably 5 minutes. I've never used iMovie, but Apple's generally pretty good with their workflows. It took me like an hour to do this. Combined with just Premiere fighting itself, with Premiere just fighting itself and the network and all of that, it was just a huge waste of my time. So I'm thinking I might go just on the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Just use Geometry Dash's video editor. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I might go full opposite end of the spectrum and just use the simplest tool on the market and keep my editing style more minimalist, maybe, or just use whatever the canned effects are to do things. We'll see. I have some research to do. Best part about that is you could probably actually use it as a real video editor. That blows my mind, and is probably true. You know, I wish I had, like, here's what my life goal is to produce some, like, really useful software that makes me enough money to quit my job, and then I can start working on really good stuff for the Halo mods, because I want to be able to produce so Halo uses its own scripting format called Halo Script, which is Lisp based, which is super cool. It's entirely functional, so you don't get to like store any of your, like, you don't get to store any state. There's no global anything. You don't get to have a variable and then wait for a response from a thing. It's all just like pump it into the next function. Just keep it going. Which is cool for, like, if you're trying to make an entire custom campaign mission. It's seemingly a lot easier to do that in Halo than it is in most game engines. You have to understand the functional paradigm, but once you do, you can get things done very quickly. But it's a colossal pain in the ass if you're just trying to make, like, a cutscene. So I've wanted to do kind of something similar to the Blender thing that I was doing with one of my game developer friends, but maybe use the Halo theater mode in some way to capture input for camera control, and then have something that exports that into Halo script so that you can use like a controller to predefine the flight controls for a cutscene. And then I would be able to combine that with machinima techniques in theater mode to be able to use Halo as a video editor. So yeah, video games are crazy, right? If they give you the resources to extend them and you're creative, you can make just the most insane things happen. Well, that was an interesting tangent. I'm glad I got that out of my system, because I'll probably be, hopefully somebody from the Halo community somehow just finds that idea and steals it before I have the time to do that, because I'm gonna be like 76 and my body will be failing me before I have the time to do things that complicated. No idea what any of this means. That's okay. It's very possible that literally nobody knows what any of that means except for me, and that's fine. We're gonna get started with the I called the video a post-mortem, but it's not really a post-mortem because we're still going. So it's more of like a where we've been so far recap. It's mostly going to be the video game sounds of me talking. It's mostly going to just be me talking, and I will pause it occasionally if I need to comment upon myself or something different that I've seen in the game. But for the most part, I think I'm just going to let this play out, and then at the end I'm going to see if there's any final thoughts that I can surmise from the whole operation. And at the very least, it should act as a pretty good blueprint for what will be in my mind going forward looking for more stuff.
another NPC. What's going on? Squiggly gup. Choo 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 choo. Sessus. Nope, I'm still not getting the hang of their language. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. This one's got like a bunch of pearls on the ground. Do you want my pearl? I have one. Accidentally picked up the wrong thing here. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Codex information? Still... So I'm certain that, like, after you're cubed, that these things would start manifesting as, like, the communications at the bottom or some such, perhaps. But I still haven't found any, like, Rosetta Stone or anything within the game that might point me to a way to potentially translate the meaning of these objects. Don't answer, I'm being rhetorical. But I'm wondering if such a thing even exists. Is this the alphabet? Do I have to go wind back the stream and figure out, like... Oh, it doesn't look like an alphabet. Oh, I bet all of this means something. Oh no, am I here early and I don't have... What the heck? Look, it's like a projection of a, like a schematic for some PCB or something. Oh. Interesting. What do you... I want to add to that. Maybe there's something. To add to what I was saying there, it looks like there is a bunch of like fiber layers on top of that kind of PCB circuitry. So that was like more kind of biomechanical stuff, I think, or maybe the rot. I don't know. Very cool though. Right. Huh? Yeah, okay, you're looking at my brain. Oh, I'm being slugged. Huh. I've been cubed. Is this reaching you? Oh, shit. A little animal on the floor of my chamber. I think I know what you are looking for. You're stuck in a cycle repeating patterns. You want a way out. Know that this does not make you special. Every living thing strives that's has it. I flubbed this line here, so let me correct that now. Know that this does not make you special. Every living thing shares that same frustration. From the microbes in the processing strata to me, who am, if you excuse me, godlike in comparison. Same frustration from the microbes in the processing strata to me, who am I, if you excuse me, godlike in comparison. The good news first, in a way... Oh, I need to pause because I can't... I already messed up that previous sentence because I was trying to read it and keep up with it. And thankfully, you can pause here. The good news first. In a way, I am what you are searching for. Me and my kind has our purpose. Me and my kind have as our purpose to solve that very oscillating claustrophobia in the chests of you and countless others. A strange charity. You, the unknowing recipient. I, the reluctant gift. The noble benefactors, gone. A strange charity. You, the unknowing participant. I, the reluctant gift. The noble benefactors, gone. Are you a machine wholesale and not a cyborg? I, the reluctant gift, the noble benefactors, as in, like, the ones who made me to give me to help solve the oscillating claustrophobia in the chests of the slug cat and countless others. I don't know where that thought I just had was going, but my new thought is that the rain is not intentional, and that it's the mission of these remaining machines to try to stop it in some way. Or maybe... Let's see what else he has to say. Or she. It. They. The bad news is that no definitive solution has been found, and every moment the equipment erodes to a new state of decay. I can't help you collectively or individually. I can't even help myself. So my current theory is that this crazy infrastructure that we're seeing is not causing the rain. It's... Okay. What if... So, like, all of that stuff that I was seeing, right? There were neurons all over the shop, all over the place, right? All over the ring. Axons and synapses connecting to each other, and crazy computer stuff happening, and biomechanical chicanery with some of the coolest art that I've ever seen. I don't know what the anti-gravity nonsense is about, but now that I'm seeing this seemingly artificial being here, I do have an idea about the rest of it. I think that we're seeing a tremendous amount of power being consumed and maybe generated throughout these regions. And maybe the rain is being utilized to do that. Not because the rain is deliberately there, but just to take advantage of it for its hydroelectric potential. Maybe. Either way, I think a lot of electricity is being generated down below and being pumped upward to power an artificial brain. Like just a giant mega intelligence. I had to read it pretty quick, but this thing said that it is, in comparison to me, godlike, I think. I think this is the this is the basilisk. This is the mega intelligent artificial intelligence that outlasts either humanity or whatever other race inhabited this planet, the benefactors, as this being referred to them. Let's keep going. I can't even help myself. So, yeah. So this has been going on for so long without a solution to whatever the repeating that he's talking about refers to. They're referring to. And we do get kind of a hint, I guess, with the ending of the first campaign that we did. Although the escape that we are provided is one of a bizarre cosmic Lovecraftian variety, which I wasn't expecting even one bit.
So there's definitely something going on from a literal lore and narrative perspective that I'm missing here at this moment that I'm playing back from the past, as well as me in the present in total. I'm hoping to maybe fill a little bit of those gaps in the future. But for now, what we have to work with is what we have to work with. It's gone unsolved for so long that the rain and the environment and the rot and the life and whatnot that exists in this biosphere has started to corrode the equipment and basically put a lifespan on this otherwise endless being, right? Huh. Okay. Keep going. For you, though, there is another way. The old path. Go to the west past the farm arrays. Was that the place we were at? Go to the west past the farm arrays, and then down the earth where the land fissures as deep as you can reach, where the ancients built their temples and danced their silly rituals. The mark I gave you will let you go through. Whoa. The ancients. The
Yeah,
West. That's where it starts to get weird
Not
past
that
me.
it solves anyone's problem but yours. At the end of time,
Not that it solves anyone's problem but yours. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, we're given access to whatever that crazy nonsense was with the giant spermazoids floating through the air and then the big giant megaspermazoid that sent me to slug cat space or whatever happened there. I don't have that stitched together in this recap because it was already long enough, but I did look back at it earlier, and mostly my mind is just blown. That's really all I have to say about that. Don't call them that. Sorry, chat. But you have to admit that they were rather not. They weren't phallic, but they were spermic in shape and aesthetic. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it. I thought they were, ethereal and beautiful, but okay, hold on, listen. I've watched a lot of sci-fi and horror media. So I might be trying to see like HR Gear-esque imagery where it doesn't actually exist. There might be a little bit of apophenia going on. Let's please, you know what? Let's not go any further into this line of discussion before I start talking about all of the weird pseudo sex imagery that shows up in Alien. We're just gonna go back to past me and see what I was saying is probably more wholesome than what I'm saying right now.
none of this will matter, I suppose. But it would be nice if you took another way out. One free of frolicking in my memory arrays. There's a perfectly good access shaft right here. Okay. my bad, I guess. I want my neuron back. Hey. That's all. You'll have to go now. I want my little neuron friend back up already. What's over here? The wall. We were here before. Whoa. One of many. Oh my gosh.
It's literally a modified corn. Huh. Well, well, there's nothing sexual about the shape of a corn. No vegetables have any. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Look at this. So many radio towers. So many walls.
That's a image that's gonna like mutate and morph in my mind.
We can feel your presence, little creature. What am I looking at? Oh. Your attunement has become much closer to ours. The mark you received is an unimaginable gift. The struggle, the cycles. It can all fade like a morning mist beneath the glory of the sun. We found a way. What is that thing?
Interesting. So that almost kind of contradicts. Oh, let me pause the thing for a second, because I'm going to start talking over myself, and that's going to be... No one's going to like that, especially me. That almost kind of contradicts what Five Pebbles said. Maybe they found a way, but it became impossible. Or maybe it's closer to what Five Pebbles said, where there is no grand solution, but only individual problems can occasionally be solved as they come up. I don't know, that sounded a lot more general to me. Alright, we have a little bit more, so let's see what else.
Whoa. Okay, so are you this thing? Like what I've been looking at the whole time, the symbol?
No? Oh. Now here's a case where I doubly don't know. What's this gonna take? What? I like turned into a Minecraft villager there for a second. Did you hear that? Huh? I don't know what that was. Anyway, here we go. A little beast. That's what I call my pet. But not as dim. Oh, but not as dim as the last, it seems. I think it said. So down into the depths you go. As many others before you, drawn to the void again and again, an endless drip, drip, drip. Look at this. We're getting into like biblically accurate angels territory with these things. Much like these tunnels and caves that amuse me so, the bones of forgotten civilizations heaped like so many sticks. Did they dig too deep or not deep enough. Fools. We were right to drill straight through them. Whoa. Whoa, back to the toppity top. 2 sprouts, 12 brackets? I encountered the echo of something. Interesting. So these, like, remnants of... No, 6 grains of sand? Oh, wait, no, I spoke to that guy.
6 grains
That was
of sand.
that was like an ethereal, transcendent moment for me. As was the moment leading up to speaking with the freak, where you get that overlook and you see all of the other big giant boxes peeking out over the horizon, implying the vastness of the world. Yeah, that was an awe-inspiring moment. I thankfully didn't miss that. Yeah, and this one is also interesting. So there have been a drip feed of little beasts that have come through here into the depths. Interesting. I'm definitely going to, like I have with the previous encounters, I'm going to go back and review this whole thing that we just saw, probably next stream. You know what, maybe that will be a good way to open the stream, is I'll go through all of the ones that I've seen so far and try to just see if there's any theories that I can make from it. And that brings us up to now. This is that stream. This is, in fact, that stream. You're watching it. All right, so let's, let me think here. That was a lot. The thing that last one said was extra cool. Just about, I guess, one, recognizing that we've been cubed, and I guess other creatures have made their way through, perhaps to lower success. It's hard to say. It's also hard to say if there's anything that I can really, like, address in summation from all of that, you know? I'm wondering... I think, like... Yeah, it had, like, a little axolotl on it. I think I'm, like what I was saying at the end of last stream about what's going on from an allegorical perspective, I might be onto something there. I've been thinking a lot about the thing that Five Pebbles says about how every creature shares the same frustration with trying to escape these cycles, and I don't necessarily know what that means in the context of this rain world, but that's true in our Earth world, is it not? I've been thinking about that. Anyway, our collection, empty. We are an ethereal slug cat on the survivor. There's the hunter, the gourmand, the artificer,
the rivulet. Which, you need to play the game as Gourmand, Artificer, or Hunter. I've gone with Hunter. The Spearmaster. Same situation. And then you have another tier for after beating as Rivulet and Spearmaster, so you need to do both of those campaigns. And there's the monk. Okay. Let's take a look here at what the hunter's deal is. Strong and quick, requiring a steady diet of meat. Specifically meat. But the stomach won't be your only concern. This path is one of extreme peril, where every cycle eats away at an ominous countdown. Okay. So that's frightening. It has me potentially second guessing my pearl strategy, but we're gonna try. I think we'll try. I won't go too far out of my way if it becomes a hazard to my health and life and sanity. But if we see colored pearls, we're gonna pick them up. And we have to be prepared to kill stuff and eat it. Okay. I'm not planning on streaming for particularly long this time, but I do want to at least get a foothold in the opening region. So we're gonna get started. Oh. Look at this. Oh, it's one of those guys. It really just puts you in the middle of it, don't it? Huh. Can I eat this? No. That spear was on my back. Oh, I threw that. Huh. My spear is on my back. How do I do that? Is there, was I crazy? I must just be crazy, right? I must be losing my mind. Keep the glowing thing with you. Okay. Grab your prey and hold the eat button to feed. Where'd he go? Oh, he's up there now. Oh. Uh-oh. He's dodging. Oh, no. Oh, that was a good start, wasn't it? No! At least I'd start again with the green thing. My spear is on my back. How does that work? Hold on. Double tap to switch hands. Press to drop. Hold to eat. Tap to pick up. It doesn't tell me. I'm very confused by that. Did you see the text at the bottom? Oh god, no, I must have missed it. I must have been looking at something else. Oh, was it the one that said to pick up my prey and eat it? You need to eat meat to sustain yourself. Yeah, I saw that much. Grab your prey and hold the eat button to feed. I'm holding too many things. Yeah. Larger prey need to be incapacitated first. Okay, all that makes sense. Like I can eat this, for example. Well, I didn't need all of it. Give me that. Oh, but I guess I ate the good bits. What am I holding? Huh? Where'd my green thing go? Did it turn into this? I have a pearl on me. But keep that in there. Put this down. Oh, I didn't get out in time, and it shocked me. I'm already having trouble with just the bare minimum nuance of things that I knew from the previous campaign. Why am I having trouble getting into this spot down here? Is that like in a different section? Oh, nope, it's here it is. Oh, grabbed a spear. I want to grab you. Ah! Okay, well that was a bit of a bust. Oh, I just grabbed a second spear and it went on my back. Interesting. Is it like, did I hold X or something, or does it just automatically do that? Shrooms. Wait, where'd my stink fruit go? I could take this up to the fella for a ride. Anything happen? Nothing in particular. I had a little snack. Feasted on some dead centipede. Time's not looking so hot, if I'm reading that correctly. Oh, no, it's looking fine. Oh, yeah, there's the buddy. Hey. You can have this. Let's go. Yeah. Don't really have an idea of what way we should be going. Oh, well, you're going this way, it looks like. Might as well see. Well, that's where I came from, isn't it? Go the other way. Turn around. There you go. No, go the... Why? It's like insisting. Yeah, there you go. Go this way. Go this way. Yeah, I might have over-wiggled a bit.
Before it wasn't wiggling enough. He is rather loud, isn't he? Why are you so loud? Uh-oh, I'm feeling the rumbling and tumbling. Ooh, bats. Is this where we part ways? Seems like it. I threw my spear on accident. This was stupid. Just chuck my spear off into the hell. Uh-oh. Looks like we get a backup stink for the friend. We are being pursued rapidly here. My goodness! Whoa! Whoa! See ya! Oh, man. Come back through this way. Come back through. Wait, I have a spear. Except I don't know how to grab it. Here we are. Man, where's it going now? It gave up? Okay. Oh, the rains are coming. Already? Oh no. Oh no. Fuck. There's a shelter. Go in. To it. Quicker. 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 I don't even know if I've had enough food though. I have. It's got a little scar. Look at him. Two or three, in fact. Alright, we're gonna continue for a little further. Alright, we have our stink capsule. Very interesting start that we get here in the farmeries. I wasn't expecting this to be where the campaign begins. A Beetleborg is probably something I can eat if I can stab it. I'll take it with me to make these platforms more feasible. Oh, I'm down here now. Not seeing any spears. Here we go. Whoa! That guy's got like... What is going on there? This doesn't look like a way I want to be, but there's a spear. See it. Need spears for food. Let's head down here. This thing's trying to get this guy to eat, but I might get him first. Nope, I just chased it out. Little bat friends, though. Oh man. Open spaces. Got him. Huh. It's hold X. I figured it out. I was doing it, but not really on purpose. Oh man, they only give you like a half per one. Oh, don't like this situation. Really don't like this situation. Let's keep going. Oh, didn't make that jump, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna go down here. Do not like that lizard's in that spot. I'd kill him if I had a second spear, because I think those take two. I'm curious if I can eat the lizards, or if their heads are gonna be too hard or something. What the heck? Where'd that thing go? Did it go into the ground? Or is it that one there? Ah! Missed him. Why wasn't I able to grab you? Got him. Devoured. It looks like abandoning my Beetleborg up there was a terrible idea. Oh, I've put myself in a bad situation. Oh no! Yep. Yep. Bad situation indeed. Yeah, so I'm thinking I gotta try to ascend, so using the beetle might be helpful. Already doing my my classic repertoire of dying to really simple things immediately as the stream begins. Yeah, I don't know if I need to like go enable a setting in YouTube to make the live stream playback work correctly, or if that's something that you don't unlock until you reach channel monetization requirements. But I died once, predictably. I don't know if I wanted to come down here, but here's where I am. Oh! Is this not? It is. What is that thing? Who's crawling towards me? Who are you? Who are you? I gotta go away. Is it a monkey man? It's not a spear that I'm holding, it's a freaking rock. Come here, Mr. Beetleborg. Come on down. I missed! Thank you. Ooh! Wait, where'd my... I didn't have a spear. Oh! This risky jump that I took. Oh my goodness. Oh man. No! Why did I do that? It's dangerous out here. This is a feisty area. Alright, it doesn't look like ascending is an option. Let me take a closer look at the map so I can... Uh-oh, I see you left the glowy thing. I thought I didn't, but then I didn't have it anymore. I lost track of my glowy thing. Wait, is it my tummy, maybe? I was pressing a lot of buttons. If it's that important, I'm not that far, and I could no, it's a pearl that's in there. I could restart the campaign. But yeah, at some point I wasn't holding that green thing and I was holding this green thing. And that was not intentional on my part. This isn't where I want to be. Maybe it is where I want to be. Because, the situation there's not good. Since you have remix on key items, should it reappear where you lost them? It's supposed to be somewhere on the map. Oh, okay. Let's see here. That's where I was thinking I needed to go. What does a key item look like on the map is the question. And where might I have misplaced it? Is that red circle or is that me? That's me. Those are my deaths. What about this area here? Oh. I definitely have remix enabled, but I'm not seeing anything special on the map. I can, man, my kingdom for a spear. That didn't quite incapacitate it. That one's even bigger. Can I get up here? Spear up here? Oh wait, can I use this on you? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, well, little experiment has taken place. Spear. You there. Your days are numbered. Come down. Climb on. That was a terrible throw. And I don't know where my spear went. I got it. Oh. There we go. He's still alive. Get the spear. Get the spear. Get up. No, get up. It's it. I have angered this thing. And now it's gone. The hunter must hunt. Oh, he's back. I must hunt. The hunt is on. I have a thirst for blood. I have a thirst for flesh. I must consume. All will be destroyed what lies in my wake. Are you dead? Seems like it might be. Alright, put the spear on the back. I'm gonna try to drag this out of here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now for a feast. Don't want to drop it in the hole. Right. Lesson learned. Do not feast on top of a hole. What the? Was that all there was to eat from him? Okay. Alright, let's head... There's no way I'm getting through this Karma Gate at the moment, because it requires a level that I have sunk below. Oh, I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. I'm assuming up is where I want to go, but it's going to present a bit of a challenge in doing so. You know, restarting the campaign, there might be a bit of a play here, where I don't die several times in a row, and I beeline to this Karma Gate without dying right away. There might be a play for that. Right, because up here leads to the wall, I believe. Or to, what's it called? To Sky Islands, which leads to the wall, which leads to 5 Pebbles. Jeepers. Could try to rest again. Is there a closer shelter? I'm wondering. No, not really. I think the one I'm at is good. I just need to survive for a while, get the lay of the land, and eat some stuff. It's another pearl, but I already have one loaded in. Still don't know where the green thing went. Oh. Oh yeah, it does show the cycle count, doesn't it? Little blinky bug, I never figured out what your deal is. Can I eat you? What's this that I'm holding? Oh. Dead blinky bug? Uh-huh. Do I need you to, like, pop? Or something? I've never figured out what your deal is. I just ate a dead one of you. Interesting. Very curious. Head up here real quick. See if there's any delicious snacks, or if there's the beast available to goad me back, because I'm thinking that I left the green thing all the way back over this way. Oh, no, 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 not me, not now. Ah, shoot. I threw my bait instead of my spear. I'm feeling my controller vibrating, by the way, which is not a good sign for me. So this is the room where I thought I lost my green thing. I don't see it in here, though. I do not see it in here. Oh, I didn't incapacitate it, and I tried eating it. Where's my green thing? Alright, hold up. Hold up. I have gone all the way back to the beginning and reset to a tooth. So I'm going to start again with my green thing, with a little bit of knowledge as to what's going on here. Why didn't I grab that spear? What's wrong with me? I threw. Oh, let's just progress. Can't see the slug. We're going. Hoo-wee. Back in here. Yeah, that big friend wasn't very friendly. Eh. Eat him. Make sure I got my handedness correct. Alright, gotta hit the big friend with the stick. Come on, or at least if the little friends come to me. Ooh. Come on. I might have to get in there. I had an opportunity and I didn't throw the spear. I'm going. Going. Bats! I keep forgetting I can put the spear in my back. Let's just do that preemptively here. I just did a backflip off of the spear or something. Didn't really intend to do that, but it was cool. Do not like the situation with the lizard there. Get my spear ready. And then head in. I think I can go up here, actually. Maybe just avoid the lizard entirely. And here's my friend. But I do not have bait for him, unfortunately, so we're going to go the scary way. Was that another spear? It was. I like that you can pick them up directly onto your back like that. Having the extra spear slot feels like... Right now, I'm having trouble juggling
the extra thing, but once I get the hang of it, it's going to be very nice to have the extra storage, as it were. Like having a little fanny pack. Alright, grab... not the spear. No, not the spear. Grab... not you. Grab this. Nice. I got stuck on the little beepy bug. Come on, I'm sure I can climb that. There we go. You really gotta pay attention to, like, the slug cat's, like, face and animations and shit. I think I can just go up now, actually. I'm gonna try for it. You know, I was having a much harder time with these poles the last time that I was here. It's nice to see that the passive learning part of my brain, whose job it is to like make this stuff work. You know, after you've done the thing, you take a little break and let the brain encode the thing. It's nice to see that that's Did I see how much food the batfly gave me? Yeah, like a half or something? Not a lot. Or maybe that one gave me more, but the first one that I ate, I think, didn't give me many. Alright, we gotta get through the Karma Gate and into the shelter. So yeah, assuming that the world layout is effectively the same, we gotta get to 5 pebbles to get our cube. So I'm thinking this is the direction to achieve that. I'm excited to get any amount of food. Listen, 4 quarters adds up to a whole. 4 of those adds up to not even a full tummy. So I'm just excited for things to be happening right now. Don't spoil my joy. But yeah, I'm trying to get into the swing of stabbing stuff and feasting upon their corpses. I have gotten it hasn't taken much, but I now have the lust for blood. Look at that little thing. He wants to feast upon the flesh. And we're gonna help the little fella. We're gonna help the little fella out, try to get as much flesh feasted upon as possible. What time is it? I think I could try to go a little further. Grab that, grab that, grab that. And let's, try to reacquaint ourselves with this whole situation. I have a feeling going, like, back up through this shit, thankfully, like, I still have map. Alright, I know how to get to this shelter here. I think that's gonna be my goal. But yeah, what are we gonna find as food along the way? There's like the snooty bugs. Like the big long-nosed snooty bugs. I still haven't figured out what this does. Have I? I dropped it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, oh, hello. Hi. 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 Yeah, you can have that. I wasn't hungry anyway. Oh, there's one of the snooty bugs. Oh! Ooh. That's not quite where I was hoping to wind up just now. Are you coming for me? I don't know how much I like dealing with you out in this big open area like this. I was kind of hoping to get to the tighter sections before getting into combat. This looks different to me. Oh, we gotta go up, right. Over here. And then we gotta go back here. And then up to this, I think. Yeah, this looks familiar. It's very cool. I love how this game like presents different challenges in the same area just by like how it is to traverse in each direction, you know? Can I make this? Oh man. Oh man. Now where am I? Oh goodness. Alright, so this is the part of the stream where I have suddenly forgotten how to play the video game. Don't mind me. The map isn't supposed to carry between campaigns. Oh, well, it did. It seems to have done so. Alright, let's see. Like, there's that little bar there. Why didn't I jump? I must have accidentally pressed D-pad too soon or something. Yep, this is definitely the part of the stream where Wert forgets to play the video game. Ooh, that's a snack. Come back. Come back for me to eat you. Oh no, the bird's here. I dropped my stuff! Leave me be. Leave me be. Oh, goodness. That's a start. Okay. Sky Islands. Sky Islands. That's possible. I don't have the Watcher DLC installed. I don't think I've done that yet. My memory's not so great. But I'm pretty sure I haven't even purchased it. But yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah, there have been updates to the game along with the DLC, so maybe one of those caused something weird to happen. Let's see if we can do something with this thing. Thinking maybe like throw it or something? No? Can I eat it? As a carnivore? No? Weird. Not sure what to do with it. We'll grab bat flies if we can. But I'm not going to go crazy out of my way for it. Considering they do in fact only give that half or quarter, apparently, of a point. Oh my goodness! I can't believe I threaded the needle to my death. Okay, well, that was a good run. I hope you all saw that. I hope you all saw the masterwork that I just performed to make sure that I die just now. The average gamer would have caved and found a way to grab onto a ledge or bonk their head on something, right? But no, I managed to zigzag across all of the things that could have saved me and get straight down to the pit. Yeah, classic move. A pro gamer move. Whew. It's crazy how I feel like I have so much control and precision at some times, and at other times, it's like it's getting away from me. And it almost feels like... I'm going to talk about music for a second, because this it relates in a way. It almost feels like I'm worse when I'm paying closer attention to what I'm doing. And... it'd be a good place for a little Wilhelm scream for that guy. I forgot you go up. Oh no. I've lost all track of what I was talking about. Now I'm down here. Oh, it's messy in here right now. Oh, where do I want to go? This way, I think. Oh, big bird's coming. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. We're safe. It's more interested in the juicier goods below. Got it. It looks like we got to get another one. Let's see, where do I jump? From here or from here? I think here makes more sense. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Not having a beetle here is rather unfortunate. No. That's death and it doesn't just take you down to the place that's right below you? No, that sucks. That sucks. I wasn't even close. Shoot. For a few hours after Watcher released and before it completely broke Downpour, you couldn't turn on anything from Downpour. Oh, weird. Interesting. I wonder if maybe my Downpour installation is bugged and I should toggle the features and remix for it off and on again. It's got a rainbow this time. Take a quick look at the map to see. No, it doesn't look like there's anywhere. It doesn't look like there's anywhere else for us. We just have to make it through.
Hmm. Oh, goodness. Whew. This way. If I can't even do the basic platforms, we're not looking... Woo! We're not looking for a very good situation going forward. You know, it's only been a few weeks, but it's like I've retained not as much as I would hope about like the nuances of the movement and platforming, and I already wasn't very good at it. Let's be real. We've seen me do the wall kicks. You've seen me do the wall kicks. Oh my goodness, I overshot the pole. Yep. Okay. Okay, at least I'm getting... Oh gosh. Well, what, I'm trying to say at least I'm getting quicker at getting this far, but I'm getting worse at pole dancing. I should take a class. It works now just a few hours where all downpour stuff was automatically turned off and was unable to be turned on. Okay. Alright. Good jump. Good jump. Hey you, can you help me help me get to the other side? Oh no! No! That was very embarrassing. That's very embarrassing. Look, it doesn't even look like a hard jump. I'm just like I just got super in my head about it, and I was upset with how far away I was on that last time, and it made me want to creep a little bit closer to make sure rooms only connect through pipes. There is a mod that recently released to connect them between depth pits, and cool thing, it's completely code-based, so anything should theoretically be accurate. Oh, cool. There's probably a couple places where that can get you stuck, I'd imagine. This jump is way harder than it looks. Okay, at least it's not just me. I have nothing to lose now, though, so I can just treat this like Super Meat Boy. Like, we just gotta get good at the section and get across. And we gotta do so quickly so that we have enough time to gather food and rest at the next shelter, so that we don't have to do the jump again. That's pretty much the video game. Ooh boy. Man, I feel like the big nut must do something for me. I should experiment with that a little bit more. Alright, don't... Yep. I was gonna say, don't overshoot my jump. Here we did anyway. Thankfully was stopped by my inability to input the buttons correctly, and just kind of wound up flowing through the correct path by level design's sake. It's like the game is better at me playing it than I am. Oh, goodness. It feels so natural with all of the physics and the reactions to the slug cat when I'm in a flow state. Oh. Then as soon as
as soon as we're back to, like, doing focused actions, I'm all thumbs. Oh, hey, can we, maybe take turns going through the pipe? Yeah, you go through that. You go through that. I'd stab you, but I've currently got bigger problems. Yeah, I got it! Whew. Where does this go? Where am I? Huh. Interesting. Looks like this goes up like one of those radio towers. I don't really have the time to deal with that at the moment, I don't think. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to get off the thing, and this guy's eating me. No. Let me go. Please. 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 I live for so much. I live for so much. Oh, that's it. Oh well. So what happened there, for those that are kind of baffled, is I just like kind of got stuck on the pole. And maybe I should have been chucking my spears at the guy. That's what I should have been doing had I known I was just gonna like fail to be able to input the buttons correctly to get off the pole. But if I can't even input the buttons correctly to get off the pole when I'm panicking about the bird showing up, there's not a whole lot of chances, not a whole lot of likelihood, is what I'm trying to say, that I'm gonna be able to hit the bird with the spear while I'm freaking out about the bird. I gotta learn to collect myself a little bit better. What's the deal with the nut? Spear the nut? Nope. That made me lose the spear and the nut. Okay. It's okay. There's more where that came from. There's more where that came from, and we've learned. Can we get you? No? Okay. The 2 hunter achievements are some of the least obtained achievements. Yeah. Makes sense. Because you aren't just put in a rather difficult situation right from the start. You're also given kind of a difficult diet requirement. Well, that's what I did just now. Ugh. But I don't think that's going to deter me from getting through it. You know, just treat each section like its own little challenge until you get through. How did I do that? I was holding up to climb up the thing, and it's like the game decided that I held down to get off of it. So I must have done something weird there. Because I know it's me. I know it's not the game. Just some of the nuances are very difficult to get a read on how they work. Like, why am I not getting that now? I feel like I'm getting as close to that ledge as I can get. Guess I wasn't. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Look at that situation. There's 2 lizards in the way. When we're just going to have to deal with it. There we go. Good jump. I've learned an additional nuance of the pounce just now that I probably should have learned an entire campaign ago. It seems like you can hold A to pounce, and then afterwards hold right, and then you get, like, a little bit of extra oomph out of it. Where'd my green thing go? Wait. Wait. I have succeeded, but I failed. We have to go back. I'm dead. It's okay. We have nothing to lose. You slippery little bugger. My word. My word. Gonna need to review the footage in slow motion to figure out what moment I lost the little green. It looks very similar to the little things that were floating around the neurons up in brain space. It's not important. Alrighty. A lot of action going on here. Not worried about it. Oh, I went the wrong way. I was so worried about the action that I was claiming to not be worried about that, What am I doing? You gotta go. I missed. Oh. Come on, there we go. There we go. All right. Cool. Yep. I know that this isn't the most interesting... Oh, no. Not the most interesting commentary. Me just going, oh, yep, that's a jump. But, oh! It's literally taking all of my focus to get these right. Whew. That jump makes me sweat. Yes! Whoa! Get one of those.
try to kill this thing. Ah! No! It killed me! It killed me. What the fuck? I threw the green thing and it turned into that. Huh? It is nice the Centowings usually take some time before they're brave enough to attack you. Well, I managed, Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I managed to entice it into, being bothered by me. And I managed to do a very bad job at, vanquishing the beast. Look what's happening here with the green thing. Why is it turned into magic? You can throw it and it turns into that? What does that do? Is there someplace special that I'm supposed to do that? Oh, that is mystifying. Very mystifying. Okay. I'm gonna have to start, like, doing, like, captain's log entries for each of my deaths here. I have been trapped at the first rest point in the Sky Highlands for I know not how many cycles now. The days begin to run together, the lives begin to run together, the attempts all start to blur into one. Oh cool, you can backflip off of the poles. I'm going a little bit of a weird route here, but it's fine. The higher the platforms are on, the better, as far as I'm concerned. It gives us a more complicated needle to thread should we desire to hurtle towards our demise. The call of the void is strong, so it's important to come up with precautions to work against it. Oh yeah, I think I'm able to more consistently pounce a little bit further now. I feel much more confident with these jumps. Ooh. I grabbed onto that face first. It was a little weird. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels so much easier now that I know to, like, hold right prior to release. Alright, we need to find someone to kill. Gators? I made a very wet noise. Those ones are bothering with each other. There's a lot of them. I don't like the quantity that I see on display here. It's too many. Too many! Oh my goodness, I'm trying to go... Ah, oh no. Oh no! I'm being chased this way! I don't want to go this way. Do I want to go this way? No, I don't want to go this way. This way sucks. Accidentally threw my spear. Ready my second one. You bastards are in the way of where I'm trying to go. What's that? Just a rock. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Go through! No! Ooh, it's an infestation in there. My gosh. Yes, another part of the 100+ page Rain World Movement Tech Google Doc. Yeah. Do people speedrun this game? I bet that shit's nuts. The amount of tech that you need to master to be able to be efficient at getting through the environment. Okay. I am calm. Calm is my middle name. I'm definitely not the type of person to scream while editing a video. Wert, calm, and calm, cool, collected. That's a terrible middle name. Wert, relaxed, AC. That's me. Wert, colossal failure of platforming, AC. Recently saw a survival speedrun where they beat the game in 12 minutes. That's insane to me. Oh my gosh. I turned into a pachinko ball for a second. Oh man. Right as we're talking, I was about to say how impressive it is that this could be done, or that the Survivor playthrough can be done in 12 minutes. And then that happens while I'm trying to say it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at the end of, once I've had my fill of Rain World, I want to maybe do a little reaction to whatever the fastest, like any percent speedrun is or anything. And I also want, while that's playing, just side by side, I need to have a compilation of every time that I've tried and failed to do. Well, I was thinking specifically just the wall kicks, because those are, to me, looking back, those are always the funniest. Just watching me, like, hit the same spot on the wall over and over again. Like, there's something, when that's happening, it's like the neurons in my brain are not firing correctly, and it gets me into this, not a panic loop, it's like a loop of clinical stupidity. Where I recognize what I'm doing is wrong, but it like psychs me out during the process of correcting it, and then I repeat the wrong thing, and then that psychs me out of the process in correcting it, and then that just goes on a loop, and you see me bouncing off of the same spot on the wall over and over again. So I think having at least a compilation of those next to the speedrun would be really funny, but just maybe all of the times that I fall and completely screw up the very basic jumps of the video game. But yeah, it'll be a while before I'm scraping that part of the barrel. Oh, I don't have a free hand, but I was trying to grab that guy to have a little snack. Either I had a frame dip there, or I went into such an extreme form of hyperfocus during that jump that I was seeing the space between frames in a way that I normally do not. Alright. Can we eat these? No? No? Guess not. We can only kill. Which is unfortunate. Also saw one from several years ago where someone got from a new Survivor playthrough to Looks to the Moon on the starting cycle. Make sure you're not holding anything. Oh, the green fella. Whoa! Hey, ho, ho! Okay. Yeah. So we gotta put the green thing down for a second. No, I threw a thing at the green thing. Are you okay? Here we go. Nice! That's a full tummy. Now we just have to get to the shelter. Which is looking like it may be easier said than done. We have to be ready to kill. I wasn't crouching. Ah, shit, that went into the other thing, didn't it? Oh. Oh, it took it as bait. It took the snack. Nice. Nice. That's really good. This, however, not so good. No! No, I threw the green thing at him! I need my green thing back. Where is he? Give me. Whew. Go. Yes! Oh, no. This is the right way, but there's a... Oh, I'm surrounded. Ah! No, I missed! I missed. Fight each other. Fight each other. No, they're both going for me! They're both going for me. Can you believe it? Oh, I was so close. I was so close. It's really just like barely a room to the next shelter from there. Let me go. Yeah, this is it for me. Where the heck are we going? What the? Where's this go? Oh, I kind of remember this, yeah. Getting a little tour of the Sky Islands here. Yep. That's it for me. Yeah, that lizard went
like all the way across the region just to hunt me down. Just to be a huge problem in my neck of the woods. Come on, guy. There's not enough food back by your house? You had to head all the way down to the bottom west portion of the Sky Islands and get yourself a delicious slugwort. Uncalled for. I can feel like part of my brain reconnected as I was about to mention different parts of my brain disconnecting. I wanted to talk about music earlier when I was mentioning how the more I'm focused on doing the thing in this game, the harder it seems to get for me. There is, I don't know if how many of you guys watching play musical instruments, but if you do, you might know what I'm talking about. When you're, like, in the process of, like, getting pretty good at a song, you gotta be kidding me. When you're in the process of getting pretty good at a song, you hit this part where you might get stuck at a section and then you practice and practice and practice on that spot until you can do it right. And then you start going through the whole piece, and suddenly not only can you not do that part, you can't do like any of it. And it's like for a brief phase in learning the thing, you start to get worse before you get better. No, 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 no! I edged too close to the gap again. And you start to get worse before you get better. And you start trying to pay attention to what you're doing. And the act of doing that, when you need to, right, to recognize what you're doing wrong and to fix it. But the act of doing that is occupying more space in your brain, and then that's also making you worse, until eventually you get over, like, this magical hump, and you are able to both enter flow state with the thing that you're doing and pay attention to yourself doing it and observe the thing. Which is, oh, you're here? Nice. Nice, go away. I lodged a spear right into its neck. Did my green thing die? It wasn't turning into a hologram or floating like I'm used to it doing. It just kind of was on the ground. Okay. Let's not screw this up. Let's do our jumps correctly. I suppose it is a good strategy to be in that room. The orange lizards use their communication to corner prey, but they don't have a tongue and can't climb walls, so the white lizards steal the prey. Oh. The ecosystem interactions in this game are, like, insanely nuanced and detailed.
happened just now? Like, got out of the crouch when I wasn't trying to. Ooh, one of those guys. That could be a tasty meal. It looks like there's already a kerfuffle taking place. Whoa! I thought I was holding a spear. Gosh darn it, I was holding a fucking firecracker? Oh no. I swear, I'm not doing it on purpose, guys. And worlds can be hard and unpredictable, even for the best players. That's how the ecosystem works. Oh, I bet. I bet. An explosive spear? That's a thing? I sure didn't realize that there was anything different about the spear I was holding. If I have seen them, I haven't seen them explode. So it's very possible that I was just in my Survivor playthrough holding on to one and didn't get a chance to use it. I did spend a lot of time dying, falling off of pits, and getting eaten, where I maybe should have spent not doing those things as much, and actually taking advantage of the resources that I had at my disposal. But I was very good at squandering my resources, let's put it that way. Usually explosives have a bit of red on them somewhere. Yeah, so I have had the spears with like the red ribbon on them. But I guess I just never got a chance to, if those blow up, I didn't get a chance to see it. All right. That's not the right thing to throw. I'm having trouble. There you go, that's one shot. Oh man. Oh man. Putting out the frickin' movement guide here, but it's just not enough. Let's get my spears. Oh man. Oh man. What a situation. I thought I had another spear around here. I do, it's over here though. Okay, then we gotta get the other spear. There we go. I think I have another one on my back. Alright, where'd my green thing go? Where is he? Here he is. There's another one coming. No! 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 No, I screwed it up in all sorts of ways. I have my spear on my back. I chucked the green thing instead of the spear. I threw the other spear all over the place. Whew. It's okay, I'm getting a hang of it. You just need to be able to destroy everything in your path. And once you've done that, there's no issue in getting to the shelter, because you will have a full tummy from having destroyed everything in your path, and there's not going to be anything there to eat you. But I will get to this shelter. I am determined. I can feel like a great anticipation in the pit of my heart. For the excitement that I'm going to feel just for having made it to a shelter. One that I've been to before. Ooh. Game is very much teasing the danger that lies ahead. Oh, what a situation. Go back into your little snake hole. Oh, man! There's not as many spears in this spot as there were last time. Oh gosh. Give me some of it. I didn't get any of it. I just lost my spears. Ugh. I think we need to just progress in this case, because, why did I throw that? Oh my goodness! Those are some crazy noises that are coming from that dude. Ah, this guy's here and I don't have anything to chuck at him. No! Spear? No, but maybe it'll work. Oh... Oh, man. Oh, no, don't go away. Whoa! Oh, man. No. Alright, that was just... I think that was just a bad roll. Bad roll. It was like a 2 on the D20. At least, let's look at it this way. The thing that's stopping me most regularly is no longer the gap. It's the room filled with the Krav Magators. The room filled with the Krav Magators, and I'm starting to get a hangle. What's a hangle? I'm starting to get a handle on that too, which is good. I get the feeling you don't want to get very far on this campaign without being at least competent with the combat mechanics. And I would not say that I am yet competent with the combat mechanics. There is so much going on here. The mama nosebird's weeping about the child nosebird getting eaten by the big bird. We got this thing here. No! Am I alive somewhere? Nope, I'm dead. All right, that was a hectic situation that I was in. Once there's no obstacles, there won't be anything in the way. Yeah, that is pretty much what I was saying. Like, I know it sounds obvious, but when you're in the thick of it and you're used to the obstacles just being the nature of the world as the survivor. It's a little bit of a gear shift to get used to, like, yeah, no, I'm going to cease being the hunted, and I shall be the hunter. I almost did the thing again where I kept going left. That's the rough thing. I can platform better if I turn parts of my brain off and go into like a semi-flow state, but my navigation skills are diminished significantly. Oh! Okay, I understand what happened there, and I definitely learned a valuable lesson from it. A frustrating lesson, sure, but a lesson. It seems that when you leap grab onto the tiny poles, you are put into a weird physics position where the body is stuck on top of the hands, and if you don't wiggle yourself correctly into the right position from that, you're just gonna flip yourself off of the pole and go flying. In Arena on the title screen, you can use the arrows at the top to scroll to challenge. You'll have like 15 challenges unlocked by now, so you could play some of those to get better. Oh, you know what? That's we'll do that next stream. We'll start next stream with that. That sounds like a fun thing to explore. Speaking of Arena, for the couch PvP, I did speak to a couple friends that would be interested in joining for a stream where we explore that together. So that could be fun. Man, missing that last jump really puts you into a situation. Alrighty. Okay. Getting real familiar with this room, aren't we? You know how the brain sees in deltas? Maybe you don't know this. The brain sees in deltas, right? Person watching, whoever I'm speaking to. Live chat or YouTube in the future. Your brain sees in deltas, which is to say, it's largely interpreting not the full set of information presently available to it. Oh, goodness. But instead, it's seeing the differences It's seeing the differences, essentially, between things that are happening. What? Having trouble eating the fella. There we go. Oh, you get a lot from that. So, for example, in regards to the brain seeing in deltas, this is such a sketchy situation. Give me a second before I resume my little science talk. Okay. So for example, your eyes. If you fixate on a single object, your eyes are not actually staying still. They are going to slightly wobble a little bit. Because if they don't do that and is just presenting the same visual information to the brain perpetually, that information actually becomes invisible to the brain, and you would basically like be blind until you looked at something else. So that's so our eyes wobble a little bit when we look at a thing. So since the brain sees in deltas, and I've been looking at that room so freaking much, it feels like it's gonna start turning invisible to me if I'm there for much longer. So it's a good thing that we made it to the shelter, boys! Woo! Let's go! Oh, I did it! Yeah, only a small part in the middle of your vision is mostly correct. Basically, all your peripheral vision is just the brain guessing. Yeah, especially, like, you know what's really cool? Is how, like, the edges of your vision, I forget exactly the nuances of the rods and cones specifically, but you don't get, the color information from the peripheral of your vision. The fact that the stuff in the periphery of your vision looks like it's in color is just your brain using memory to reconstruct that, which is insane. Oh man, that's great. I got to do a little science rant. I got to the shelter. It is noon. I did say that I wasn't planning on streaming for particularly long. That is, in fact, the case. I think I've gotten myself the foothold that I was looking for this playthrough. Yeah. I am going to have to update the YouTube thumbnail because, to be honest, I was actually expecting, for some reason, it makes total sense that each campaign would start in a different spot. I was expecting you would just start in the outskirts, like you do as the survivor. But no, we're starting here in the farmer race, so I'm gonna make sure that the YouTube thumbnail and title accurately reflect that once I end this. But yeah, Sunday stream is questionable. We'll see, but I'd say only 25. A forecast is only 25% chance of Sunday stream. But we're definitely back in the swing of things. I'm no longer sick. I did the research that I needed to do to have a plan for what I'm doing with the rest of this playthrough. I got that post-mortem video edited together, and yeah, I'm excited with where this is going. I'm loving the hunter so far. Like, I understand that it might be one of the hardest ones, I guess, but I don't know, that's almost crazy to me. Like, if you make it through Survivor, I feel like this is a pretty logical progression to go from there, because the game's combat is very cool, and the getting to figure out like how to kill the beasts is very fun. But the spear availability in the Survivor playthrough was just not high enough to be able to be doing that consistently. Like, you definitely do get a lot of spears, but you can't store... You can only hold the 2, so you can't, like, store... The 2. You can only hold the 1, rather. You can't store the extra one on your back like you can on the Hunter. So it's, that little difference seems to make it a lot in terms of your offensive potential. So You haven't found why it's the hardest, not even close. Yeah, I mean, the description did imply something more ominous is happening beyond that. And I'm wondering if maybe there's the areas that I get taken to are, like, I don't know where I'm going to wind up. Like, goal-wise, I don't know what the end game is here. Does more damage and is faster. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I feel the speed a little bit in hindsight now that you mention it. Definitely didn't notice right away, which makes sense because there's a few week gap. But yeah, especially when I was doing those crazy movements on those last few runs there, where I was hopping over the lizards and such, that felt a lot easier to pull off than I remember it being. So it makes sense that movement is a little bit faster. And spears doing more damage, that's good to know. I'm wondering if there's some things that required 2 hits in my mind that I could actually do in 1 hit now. I'll have to pay attention to that going forward. Anyway, let me think before I go. Is there any like random gaming news that happened in the past couple weeks that I want to talk about? We already talked about the Switch 2. Yeah, no, thankfully it's just we're waiting for stuff to happen. I played a bunch of Cyberpunk while I was sick. I hear rumors that there might be another big update coming to that, or maybe even a DLC. They have some website or something where there's a bunch of mystery characters that are like glitched out, and some text implying like, "Oh, don't worry about these." And CD Projekt loves their little ARGs leading up to little game updates and announcements and releases. So I think it'd be cool if we got, now that game works, I think it'd be cool if we get more Cyberpunk. I don't know. Everything's super expensive now. I couldn't get... Here's gamer news. I tried to pre-order a Switch and I couldn't get one. That's my gamer news. I wanted to potentially stream Mario Kart when it comes out. We'll see, though. I know that there's a lot of people boycotting it because of the whole price situation and because of the code cards, whatever they're calling them. Yeah, never. It's crazy how much I see people abbreviating Cyberpunk. I've been on the internet for a very long time, so that has been cemented as a different meaning in my head. Yeah. The Cyberpunk coming to the Switch 2 is pretty cool. I'm wondering if they're gonna have any secret new content added to it. I doubt it's anything that would be enough to draw me back in. But yeah, if another DLC of that comes out, I'd be pretty excited. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed to not being able to get a Switch 2 pre-order, but there'll be more opportunities to figure that out. I have, assuming Rain World will end eventually, I have a few more games that I've talked about other people for what would be good to play that are lined up in the queue. And I think I'm pretty confident that the next thing I'm going to do is Tunic. I actually have a friend or two that's asked me to let them know when I've started that. But yeah, for now, we're going to keep going with Cyberpunk. I'm really enjoying the Hunter. And I'll be back either tomorrow for a daytime Sunday stream. If not, we'll be back either Saturday or Sunday. Next weekend's Mother's Day, isn't it? Maybe the week after. We'll see. Oh, that's super funny. Yeah, yeah, just don't abbreviate things that use those letters. That acronym has been taken. That two-letter acronym has been set in stone. There's no reason to reuse that one. You know what's super funny? I'm trying to end the stream, but I have another tangent I want to go on. Have you ever noticed gamers like arguing about who gets the acronym? Like when Death Stranding 2 was announced, for example, and people were abbreviating it DS2. I think there are a bunch of FromSoft nerds that were like, no, that's Dark Souls 2. I think there is another one. There's another group that also has DS as their abbreviation that was popping off. It's very funny. Like, those things really don't matter. But that one, yeah, don't abbreviate Cyberpunk or anything else that abbreviates to a similar shortening of characters. Just don't do it. Alright, well, that was probably not the line of discussion that I wanted to end the stream on, but here we are. We got that and the spermazoid conversation from earlier. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Wait, hold up a second. Let me switch to I forgot to switch to just chatting. There you go. This is important because when YouTube does the little clicky things that come up at the end for people to go to, they're not positioned as pleasingly without my fella here. The DS is obviously drainage system. Yeah, that type of argument. All right. Like I was saying, I like to have the just chatting at the end so the YouTube things come up more pleasingly oriented in relation to. You got me there, looking out into space, stuck here on the Albatross, still stuck. Drifting. I'm Wert AC. This has been another Rain World stream, the first of the Hunter campaign. We will be continuing this further in the next one. So I hope to see you guys there, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. Bye, all.